Hello, you're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. That was Black Mountain, Don't Run Our Hearts Around. And before that was the Super Furry Animals, Rings Around the World. Beautiful. It is 7 minutes after 1, Bill. We have Dr. John Cooper Clarke on the box right now. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Great, never better.
How'd you stay so bleeding slim? It drives me nuts.
I worry a lot.
Is that all it is?
That's all it is.
I
Anxiety.
worry like crazy.
Anxiety and nerves.
Oh, man. Well, I have that, and I just get bigger when I worry. You know, I stuff myself because I'm emotionally tortured.
Comfort food, donuts.
Donuts.
It don't show listeners. It don't show. He's a fine figure of a man.
I'm a real fella. Made of muscle and blood. How are you? Have we ever met?
Maybe ages ago when you came to Manchester, the Lesser Free Trade, or very, very brief there.
Was that the first
I opened
one?
Up a couple of times. Yeah, the first one, yeah.
Was that with Slaughtering the Dogs?
Yeah, that's right, and the Buzzcocks, yeah.
Do you know Mick Rossi?
Yeah, of course I do, yeah.
He. The funny thing is, he made the billboards for that gig, and he put Slaughtering the Dogs in really big lettering.
Yeah, he's a hustler.
Oh, yeah. He's probably listening.
He gets it off his older brother, Ray.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He lives here, you know.
He used to have a fleet of classic American cars, but it was just a fiberglass mould with a VW engine in it.
Like a Trident.
But they were a family of hustlers.
Three-wheel Trident.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right.
With
A Reliant
with flames on the side.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that you was at that gig?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, of course. I'd read the review, that little review at St Martin's College in the NME, and there was that little picture of John looking like he looked. I thought at the time he looks like Johnny Ray. Remember him?
Yeah, the singer.
Yeah. I thought he looks like Johnny Ray. He's bringing that look back.
He is. He is Johnny Ray.
So on the strength of that, yeah, fantastic. And then I read how you couldn't play, and but when when you were on, it was like, where are the other 9 guitar players? You was a one-man orchestra, Steve.
See? You hear that, everyone out there listening on radio? It's the man saying it. It was pretty good for one twin reverb.
Yeah.
And could barely play. You know, I mean, I didn't know.
Could play.
I weren't
you could always
Ingvar Malmsteen.
You could always play.
I know. Not really, but yeah. I learned quick.
Yeah, well.
With the aid of Black Beauties. That definitely helped a lot.
Chris Bed didn't have anything to do. You always create. This is how modest. This is how modest Steve Jones
I
is.
say someone else.
He's always blaming somebody else for his guitar playing.
Yeah.
Chris Bedding usually.
He did most of it.
But
yeah.
no, I'm not having that. You can't fight the mythology, Steve.
That's it, son. You know what I watched last night?
What's that?
I bought it on iTunes, and I've had it for about 4 months. It's Villain.
Oh, Richard Burton.
Yeah.
Joss Ackland.
So good.
Fabulous, isn't it?
So good.
What the bleeding hell are you looking at?
Yeah.
Who are you looking at? That's it. Vic Deakin.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
How's your mum, Vic? Very well, thank you, Chalky. Very nice of you to ask.
You know what's weird about it? I mean, I remember watching it originally. It came out in 1971 originally, and it captures sunny London in it perfectly.
Oh, the empty roads.
The empty roads when there was no people in the world.
Yeah. You could actually park outside the building you was going to enter.
Yeah. And
like Kojak or something.
Yeah. And it wasn't just because it was a movie and they'd saved the spot for that. It was like that all the time.
Carte blanche.
Yeah. There was no meters.
No, same as in Minder. You see it in old episodes of Minder, how empty the roads were.
It's great back then, man.
Great movie. Villain.
I want my country back.
Also starring Ian, star of TV's Lovejoy, Matt Shane.
This is something funny that I tapped on last night. I'm watching it, right? And you know his timing, Richard Burton's delivery. Sexy Beast has copied it.
All the way.
Oh, Don.
All the way. Ray Winstone.
But Matey Boy, who won the Sir Matey Boy.
Ben Kingsley.
Ben
Kingsley. He's great in that.
But he's copied Burton
Yeah,
with the
has.
timing.
He has.
You're going on the name.
That's it. Bang, bang. Yeah.
And what's weird is
Losing his rag.
McShane was in Sexy Beast and getting rumped again.
That's it. Yeah. He loves all that.
The two movies.
Yeah, I
Getting
know.
rumped in both of them.
I know. Have you seen 48-inch chest?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's good.
No one's getting rumped in that. No.
What I do with my 9 inches is my own affair.
But what is... I don't want to keep going on about Villain. It's only because I watched it last night. They've done a lot of voiceovers on that. Or they've redid it. Like some of the blokes' voices, you can tell that they're dubbed over.
Really?
Really weird.
Not for the
Burton's.
American audience? Or
No,
what?
because I know two of the actors, and they're full on English kind of Cockney types, and they ain't talking like that. They can't. It's a bit like, I don't know. It's really weird, and the colouring
Well,
looks better.
they do a lot of censoring of movies on TV now. I noticed it the other day in Blazing Saddles.
But this was, I just bought it off iTunes. It wasn't on a TV.
Oh, right,
I didn't
so it
watch
wasn't
it.
going through a censorship process.
Yeah, exactly.
How odd.
Are we the same age?
I think it's digital sound, I blame.
I don't know what it is. It's a whole new world.
I'll tell you, when the world went CD,
Yeah.
I thought, let's try this out. I was the last person in the neighbourhood to convert to it. So I thought, by the familiar, shall you know it? So I put on a Sinatra album, and I swear to God, it's a semitone higher
Yeah?
on a CD.
Because it goes quicker.
I think that's something to do with it. Something spooky about it I don't like.
So before that, you just wore vinyl?
Vinyl and cassettes, Steve.
Yeah, cassette.
They're coming back because people are buying classic motors. They're fitted with cassette players.
Really?
So they're going to bring them back. Maxell C90s.
But
Nothing wrong with that.
I remember the commercial with the geezer in the armchair and the barnet.
Yeah. What's his name? Pete Murphy.
Was that him?
Yeah, he was kind of chick magnet numero uno.
Yeah.
Back then, wasn't he, with that powerhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah. He he sat down in an armchair.
It looked like the wind was...
being
But the
blasted
speakers, yeah.
by
I
sound.
didn't realise that was him.
Yeah, it was him. That. He made more money out of that than
And
he did
anything
out
than
of
Bela
rock and roll.
Lugosi's dead.
That's it, Bela Lugosi's dead.
He probably more made money in the old tuppence.
Buy and sell you and me, Steve. He's pissing pure gold.
Who's your buddy with you?
This is Tom Rhodes, who's the special guest tonight at the what is it? The
Hotel Cafe.
Hotel Cafe. Tom Rhodes, very funny guy.
You got a great voice, Tom.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
I love that tone.
Appreciate it.
Wonderful. Now, you had a TV show, apparently.
Oh, yeah. yeah. John's the only one that remembers it. It was like 20 years ago.
And it was on HBO?
NBC.
And so
Yeah, it was
regular.
a sitcom. It was called Mr. Rhodes.
Mr. Rhodes.
Yeah. But I've done a few other things since then.
What?
Netflix, Comedy Central. I lived in Amsterdam for 5 years. I had a late night talk show on Dutch television.
Did you go down to the old 25 guilders worth?
When you're on television, it's quite the aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the local women there are pretty fabulous.
Daffodils.
I married a woman from Rotterdam.
Ah,
Yeah,
Johnny Rotterdam.
that's right.
Down there, you had the old, what is it known for? Daffodils, windmills, and...
Tulips.
Was that another place?
Brenner Mills.
Yeah. Puppy Mills. So that's it. Nice to see you. See you later. Should we play some music?
What are you going to play next, Steve?
It's getting uncomfortable here.
It's not, is it?
No. He just made me uncomfortable.
Why?
Your mate. I don't know.
Oh, listen, don't worry about him. He's citizen above suspicion, Steve.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, we're all rowing in the same direction, Steve.
So listen, this is a poem from Arctic Monkeys. I Want to Be Yours.
All right, yeah.
You wrote the words for
I
this?
did, yeah. But Alex, it was a poem, as you say, directly from my heart to my girlfriend of the time on St. Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But Alex, by adding, a bit of a bridge, is a middle eight here and there, and by the use of his prodigious mezzo baritone, convert it into the power ballad you've come to know, Stephen.
I can't wait to hear it. Jonesy's Jukebox, KLOS, with my guest John Cooper Clarke, Dr. John Cooper Clarke, and his mate from 20 years ago. Take it away.
Rhodes. Mr. Rhodes.
Mr. Rhodes! Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. That was the Stranglers, Golden Brown. And then before that was the Arctic Monkeys, I Want to Be Yours, with a poem from Dr. John Cooper Clarke. We're here with John Cooper Clarke and his mate,
Tom Rhodes.
Tom Rhodes.
Mr. Rhodes.
Mr. Rhodes to
Tom,
you.
star of TV's Mr. Rhodes. Rhodes.
20 years ago, Mr. Rhodes. How old was I 20 years ago? I'm 62 now.
Oh, I
That
don't
should be
want-
easy.
42.
See? I was almost there. You
I'm
beat
just
me.
here for the math.
You beat me to it.
He's got a calculator for a brain.
Yeah, just one computer is head. So you got a gig, and it's sold out, right?
Yeah,
Where is it again? Hold on. Where is
the
it?
Hotel Cafe.
Hotel Cafe.
Hotel California. Finishing up his US tour tonight at Hotel Cafe. So what does it consist of? Is it just you?
Just me, poems, old and new.
And
A few old favourites, a few new things, a little bit of shtick in between.
but no music.
No music.
And are you like the Lenny Bruce of Manchester?
Well, why not?
Hey,
No, I'm not. I've lived in Essex for the last 30 years, so I don't qualify for being a Manc
you
anymore.
blew it, man.
They've never forgiven me for even visiting the place, never mind making a home there and having a family. So, no, I'm an Essex guy now, Steve.
So you like do you see a lot of plastic gangsters there?
Yeah, it's terrific around there. Lovely people. Oh,
Bloody hell.
I'm surrounded by classic car dealerships. I'm in my fucking... Oh! Sorry. Ah! I'm in my element. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry, Steve. It's nerves.
I know, I make you relax, that's what it is. You feel like you're in the boozer. Don't you? It's
I
okay,
do.
we have a button.
Yeah, I do.
We do have a button. The only thing is it cuts out
What I
more than
said
just
next.
it cuts out more than just the 5 seconds. So what? Can you repeat what you said with it?
No, what?
Fabulous cars everywhere.
Oh yeah. I'm surrounded by classic. I'm surrounded by classic car dealerships. I'm in my element.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So what do you like about Essex?
I like the blue collar values, the no nonsense approach, and it's a lovely neighbourhood.
Do you have to? Are you close to West Ham?
No, not really. Colchester United's really. But I am a Manchester United. I mean, you can leave the town, but your team stays for good, doesn't it?
Did you follow it?
As much as I can, but I missed a lot of games last season.
Yeah.
All for the better, really.
Do you
Well,
like-
it wasn't a good season for Manchester
No.
United.
Would you keep him, Mourinho, or would you get rid of him?
I think there's too much of blaming the manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not kicking. He's not playing of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blame the manager. I think they get rid of him too quick.
Yeah, but it's like a director in a movie. If the
And then
mo-
they just move off. Anyway, then they just move off to some. They're out of a job for about a fortnight. Somebody gives them $1 million and says,
Or
never
more.
darken our doors again.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, they're at Blackburn or something.
Yeah.
On £500,000 a week.
Yeah.
It's you can't lose in that game.
Yeah.
But there's too much. Even so, there's too much blame the manager, I think.
But it's like a director of a movie, though, isn't it? Really, if the movie sucks, you're going to blame the director. At the end of the day, even though
He's picked the actors. Yeah, yeah, I see
Exactly.
where you're coming from there,
Exactly.
Steve. You got a point, but you got a good point there.
But yeah, I'm a Chelsea
Yeah,
fan.
You know.
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Have you got some info, Shovel?
Just want to say this portion of Jonesy's Jukebox brought to you by Bergner Berjovsky.
That's great. Are we playing music, or
We're going to go to the Duke.
we're going to visit the Duke? When we come back, we'll have some more chitty chat with Dr. John Cooper Clarke and his mate Tom Rhodes from 20 years ago.
On the next.
Got it. You got it.
You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox and KLOS. How are you? With my guest, John Cooper Clarke, the doctor. That was Hugh Cornwell. Donna. That's you on vocals, though, right?
That's me singing that.
Man, that is great.
H is just joining in on the intro and outro.
Yeah, he's not really on it. It's you, baby.
Me, baby.
You are the man. With his mate.
They said I'd be bigger than Sinatra.
I love that. I love that.
It's a great song.
When did that come out then?
But the original, Richie Valens. That one, about 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Oh.
It's on an album called This Time It's Personal by Dr. John Cooper Clarke and Hugh Cornwell, or possibly Hugh Cornwell and Dr. John Cooper Clarke.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in either of those orders.
Is he related to Oliver Cromwell?
I don't think so.
He was a
He
roundhead.
would have told me.
He was a bleeding roundhead, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. I'm sure he would have told me if he was.
Yeah. Of course he would. I think Oliver Cromwell was from Essex too.
What's that? Chip?
Oliver Cromwell. He's from Essex.
Was he really?
They
Was
found
he?
his bones under the parking lot.
Was that him?
Down in the subway.
You know, there was, I don't know whether you read about it. Have you ever heard of a place called Jaywick
No, what's
near
that?
Clacton?
These
Clacton,
delightful
honestly.
places. They sound like what they are,
Yeah,
don't they?
that's right.
Clacton.
Yeah, Clacton.
What about it? Was there someone buried under there?
Well, there was a long-running murder case. I said it was a place that was built as a holiday resort in 1948, and then the floods of Essex washed most of it away. But I'll tell you, it's like a suburb. Only all that, and every style of English house is represented. Every architectural style is represented, but it's like 3/4 of the scale. So it looks like a semi kind of model village there.
Like a miniature?
Yeah, like that. But people still live in it. The people live in it. It's a real problem town, and they ain't got no tarmac. The streets are made out of sand. Sensational place. If you go there, you'll never stop dreaming about it. But they got 2 pubs. One's called the Sheldrake, and the other's called the Three Jays. And there was a murder there, and they looked into it, and the best they could get is, look, he wasn't popular. Can't we move on? And it was kind of, and this murder was real spectacular. It was like Rasputin, you know, like
Yeah.
they stabbed him, poisoned him, somebody shot him 3 times.
Yeah.
He fell into the Volga and under the ice, and that's what killed him, you know. But you know what I mean? It was like something like a naked gun, you know what I mean? Bang, bang, stab, stab. Then they half throttled him. Well, this is what happened in this murder in Jaywick, right? He finished off. He went staggering out of this pub where he got all the damage done, right in front of a car, who ran him over a couple of times.
Yeah.
So when they went, it's a total town full of rungans.
Yeah.
Total, you know, pikey rungans.
But it's a little houses.
Little houses, 3/4 of the scale.
Like
But
mid-
they've got like Tudor cottages,
Like midget
Art
pikers.
Deco bungalows, but miniature.
Midget pikers.
Yeah, that's it. They'd have to be. They must have.
Oh, let me say that again. Little people bikers.
Yeah, you got it, Steve.
That's right.
Let's not go getting on anybody's sensibilities here.
Oh, I'm telling you. You
They'll
can't do
close
nothing.
you down like that.
You never walk again in the town. Oh, man. This is fun. There's probably a lot of people listening. Go, what is going on?
What
here?
is going on?
I'll tell you what's going on. So you're going to New Zealand?
Yeah, New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah.
Yep.
You like. I think you're like me. Do you vicariously go into American accents? Just
Yeah,
when
all
you
the
feel
time,
like.
whenever I can.
I do it too.
Every
it's the funniest thing. I
opportunity.
can't help it.
I can't help it. Hey, brother.
Hey,
Tell him what I'm like. It's terrible.
it's great.
Great, man.
I love it.
Wow.
I love that you do that.
I
Doctor.
love that you like I do that, Steve.
You're really great. At it.
Thanks.
Thank you. Where'd you get the doctor bit from?
The London College of Unnecessary Surgery.
Oh. But what are you though? What is that? Are you a really doctor or are you like Dr. John? I mean,
No, it's been bestowed upon me from the halls of academe.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm a legit
What?
duck.
Yeah,
Call
but-
me Duck, Steve.
Hey, what's up, doc?
You want it informal?
Well, what kind of what a doctor of what? What are you, a
I
therapist or
suppose
something?
services to the English language, Stephen.
That's what you got. A
Yeah.
doctorate,
Yeah, you know,
doctrine,
yeah.
doctrine.
For my incalculable contribution to English poetry
Now, did you?
over the years.
You're just a natural.
I put the hours in.
You're a natural with
I'm
the
a
language.
natural born. I'm writing them poems like some kind of poem writing guy.
Now, did you learn at school? That's my point.
Yeah, I
John.
did. It was back in the days of math literacy. I plugged into that particular wave and was very enthusiastic about romantic 19th century poetry at school.
Like Shakespeare.
Yeah,
and-
not really Shakespeare. I find it's a kind of hole that people disappear into. But I like people like Sir Henry Newbolt's. The sand of the desert is sodden red, red with the wreck of a square that broke. The Gatling's jammed and the colonel's dead, and the regiment blind with dust and smoke. The river of death has brimmed its banks, and England's far and honour and name. But the voice of a schoolboy rallies the ranks. Play up, and play the game.
You're like Bob Dylan of Essex.
Hey, I didn't write that. Sir Henry Newbolt.
Who's this guy, Newbolt?
Who is this guy?
Bernie the Newbolt.
Golden shot.
Yeah, golden shot. Are we playing some music? What are we doing? Do you want to hear some music? I can-
Yeah, music.
or do you want to do
music.
some more poetry of other people? I thought that was you, man.
No, that's not one of. Do you want one of mine?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's
Do
called.
you want reverb?
Not particularly,
Okay, good.
but a little slap back echo if you must.
Give the guy something.
Right, okay, it's a quick one, a sample of the kind of thing you might be expecting from me this evening, if you got a ticket. And this one, I wrote this for the Martini people in the hope that in return they would send to me a year's supply or a lifetime supply, whichever is the greater, of their enervating beverage. And I call this one, Home, Honey, I'm High. Frontal lobes just get a trim, or did you meet the Moonies? Wrong on both counts, Jim. Too many martinis.
That's great.
Thanks, man.
I love that. We're going to play Squeeze right now. We're
Why
here
not?
with
My
Dr.
colleagues.
Yeah, one of your guys, John Cooper Clarke. We're here with Tom Rhodes from 20 years ago. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. Take it away. KLOS, and that was Bebop Deluxe, Made in Heaven. The only thing wrong with that song is it's too short. It's 2.5 minutes long. Squeeze, Up the Junction. You have some involvement with Squeeze, don't you, John?
I do. Tomorrow evening I'm flying out to the Antipodes, that's New Zealand and Australia, where I shall be embarking on a tour of that country with the aforereferenced Squeeze.
That's great, John.
Great. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be wonderful.
So great.
It's gonna be good, Johnny. Johnny Doctor.
I got a couple of dollars on myself to win.
I'm telling you, John. You're gonna be a winner. That's a long flight, though, John.
It's gonna kill me, but hey,
Are you in the back, in the middle, or the front?
do you know I didn't check that out yet?
You gotta get it together.
Gotta get that.
Get your people to get you up
Yeah,
the
I get my
front.
people on this.
That's a long bloody haul.
That's a long haul, but it's not as long as from England.
It's not.
Apparently not.
What are you
That's a nice surprise.
No, that's not correct. Someone's winding you up. So
Not
you
really what to get me on the plane.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
12 hours.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
The world is shrinking.
it really is. Hey, listen, mate. I love that you came in here.
I love that you loved I came in here, Steve.
Oh, it was great. Dr. John Cooper Clarke. He's playing tonight. It's sold out, but I'm going to wind you up anyway. It's at the cafe. What is it?
Hotel Cafe.
Hotel
Hotel
Cafe
Cafe.
with his mate Tom with the good voice.
Some star of TV's Mr. Rhodes Rhodes.
20 years ago. Really good. Good show.
Gonna be great. Get it on catch up.
You're opening up for
Yeah.
the doctor. Yeah. Just say some words. I just want to hear your voice. Say something.
I'm just here to meet you, Steve. Big fan.
Yeah.
Love the show.
Have you really listened to the
Many
show before?
times. Yeah, I lived in L.A. 10 years ago. I was broke, lived in Koreatown, and this was one of the joys of my life, listening to your program.
Yeah.
And I was in high school. My first love, the girl I lost my virginity with, her father had a great vinyl record collection. And I was really into The Who.
Yeah.
And he said, those guys are a bunch of cream puffs.
Yeah.
Give this a listen. And he gave me Nevermind the Bullocks. And
see.
record changed my life. So John's an old friend of mine, and what good is a coattail if nobody's riding on it?
That's
so,
correct. That's
I thought I
correct.
would come in here and be in your proximity, sir.
That's fantastic. I wouldn't call the Who cream puffs, though.
Well, that was him. That wasn't me.
So he can read this here, bro.
Oh, yeah, go on.
This portion of Jones's Jukebox brought to you by Penchang. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's it.
I'm sorry. Let's do this again.
Fired.
This portion.
Hold on. Just take a second. Have a breath. Breathe.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
This portion of Jones's Jukebox is brought to you by Pachanga Resort and Casino.
I was about naughty. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. We got Starcrawler over at the Subaru Live stage tomorrow, and it's going to be good. On Friday we got what's his name?
Derek Small.
Derek Small in character in his what's the bleeding movie?
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap. He's coming on Friday. You got something? You look like you ain't got nothing. Okay. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Pleasure, kid.
I might show up tonight. I might surprise you.
That would be nice. Remember, chicks eat free with a 2-drink minimum.
That's great. I'll see you later. Thank you.